There are some powerful forces that are trying to make sure that they silence Gachagua. There are some powerful forces that are desperately working hard to make sure that they silence Gachagua. And before I go into the details, if you are new to this platform and you're watching me for the first time, kindly take a second to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so that anytime I post a video, you will always be the first to watch. So kindly do that, na kama kawaida, I'll be back. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed. If you are new to and for the return subscribers, I really appreciate you guys. You have helped this platform grow and we are still growing. We are on the road to 3,000 subscribers. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you. Now back to my video. I have said that there are some powerful forces that are working so hard to make sure that Gachagua is silent. Why are these people so desperate in making sure that Gachagua is silent? That is what we are going to look at on this video. As you all know, Gachagua has been attacked several times when he goes for public meetings and even funerals. Hata kienda church, he has been attacked. He has tried to be, wamejaribu kumstop. Even in Limuru, they tried to stop him from addressing a public gathering. There was a time he was attacked in a burial in Limuru, that even gari yake ilipigwa mawe and everything. Now, just this Sunday, there were goons sent to disrupt a church service where he had attended. Though the goons were repelled, but we just want to see what is the take home for this. What are we learning from all these attacks on Gachagua? So before I go into the detail, I just want you to watch this video of the recent attack, and then kama kawaida we'll come back and we'll do our analysis. So watch this video.
Aya, nipe mameka. Nipe mameka juu. Ona ujinga. Ona. Ona pemo. Ona pemo. Niko sawa, niko sawa. Diga. Wewe ukonga.
And even if you want to pursue us, don't pursue us inside the church. But of course, when we were seated here, wondering why the president would go to that length of sending goons inside a church to attack leaders, to attack Christians. But we also remember that sometimes back, kanisa ya Kiamba, watoto walikuwa huko, walichukuliwa wakarudishwa ndani wakachomeka. So we are not surprised, because hii ni tabia ambayo inaonekana it is consistent. So where rais endelea, no problem. Lakini ujue hii kitendo ya leo, uhusiano yako na kanisa ya PCA is irreparably damaged ever.
I believe you've watched that video, and you can clearly see that goons are disrupting. Though Gachagua remained calm throughout, but you can clearly see that there were some goons sent to disrupt that rally, that church service, and they were repelled and they went away and the church service went on. But I'm just wondering, who would that and I feel like he's so desperate to a point whereby he will go and attack a politician in a church? Why would you reach that level of desperation? There are only two things, two reasons. One, I feel like Gachagua is becoming so popular that is now being a threat to the ruling elite. They feel like this guy, if he continues the way he continues, he will be a powerful force that it will be so hard to stop. And now, these are attempts to make sure that he doesn't come out in public places to speak or to to be seen. I think from the tour in Mount Kenya that ilikuwa imefanyika, they have come to a conclusion that this man is indeed powerful. This man is control this region. This man has so much influence in this region. And if they don't do something about it, then they will be on the losing end. Because remember, the Mount Kenya tour ended, I think, on Friday. And after every tour, there's always that analysis that people do to ask themselves, how was the tour? Was it a success? Which areas did we gain and which areas did we lose? Unaelewa? Where do we need to strengthen ourselves? So maybe, and this I'm speaking hypothetically, maybe from their conclusion and from the analysis they have concluded that, hey, this man Gachagua has the ground, and either options are mbili, either awak na sisi ama sisi to mnyamazisha in terms of suppressing his voice so that he doesn't come out to speak. Because one thing I believe about Gachagua, if Gachagua was that man who is so much corrupt, Gachagua right now angekuwa anashikwa left, right and center and deal na court cases and everything. But it seems like these people have no criminal record against Gachagua that they can use against him in a court of law. Because if there was any, they could have used. Maybe whatever they have is not evidence enough. So that's why they have resorted to these moves of trying now to intimidate him. Because these are pure intimidation. And you can see Gachagua responding, telling him that, yes, you can come. If you have issues with me, please come for me anywhere, but not in the church. And even he's calling him out, saying, even if you kill me, this thing will still continue. The truth of the matter is that the people's agitation it's just there. It is not Gachagua alone who has made sure. Gachagua is just riding with the wave. Because people started being agitated about this government, even way before when Gachagua was still in the government. Even when Gachagua was defending the same government. The people had started revolting. The people had started chanting. The people had started all the things they were doing. So Gachagua maybe just saw an opportunity and decided to join the other side. And one thing that people don't understand, that this thing is a people's driven thing. Most Kenyans are not pro this government. Most Kenyans don't support this government. And even if they are silent, even if you see others are just silent, minding their own business. But these people have decided they left this government kitambo. They're just waiting to exercise that on the ballot. And trust you me, the shock that people will receive on the ballot today, it will be massive. It will be massive, 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 massive. So, all I'm saying is that Gachagua, as much as he's been attacked, but he's not the owner of the movement. He's not the owner of this revolt. He's not the owner of this. This thing is a people's driven. You get? So, personally, I feel like Gachagua is going through all those things because there are some powerful forces who feels like this guy is becoming a threat. Politically, he's becoming a threat to us. Because he's also a man who keeps on telling people that, you people, hii kelele, wacheni disrupt nini. Sunasikia the way he said, aliambia watu, the president will be touring Mount Kenya. Nyinyi endeni musikie, but make sure mmeachiwa kakitu. Unaelewa? Make sure musipige kelele bure, make sure like this is a man who is making a mockery of your tour. Anaambia watu nyinyi endeni mumsikize, aseme kile atasema aende, lakini msisikize bure, mumlipe, mchukue at least kitu, mpewe kitu. And the people of Mount Kenya wakasikia, and that's exactly what they have done. You could see those border riders looking for money left, right and center. You could see people sitting back waiting to be paid. Unaelewa? waiting to be nini, everything. Another reason why I feel like Gachagua is being stopped and is being intimidated is because I feel Gachagua has too much information, too much damaging information about the government, that they fear like anytime he goes into a public space, he might just end up spewing some of these things. You remember how he told us about some of these deals, zilikuwa zinakuwa struck like the Adani deals, like the selling of bombers and everything. Unaelewa how he used to come out and talk about these things, how he has been giving us secrets and everything, how the government was, the president has been operating in the government and everything. So they fear like if he continues being given such platforms, he can say a lot of things that the government will be so hard to come out to defend. And you can see that the government has been so hard, had been at pain at defending some of these things that Gachagua has alleged in the public spaces. They have not, some zingine imebidi tu wanyamaze. So maybe they feel like the Gachagua knows too much, and now they need to start controlling him in terms of where he can go out and speak, because he's speaking a lot of things that the government feels like, okay, they might be factual, but the government feels like it's so hard for them to come out and defend some of these things against vitu za anasema. Naelewa? So I feel that is the thing. And lastly, another reason why I feel like they are also attacking him and everything and trying to stop him is because I think Kenyans have concluded that President Ruto is no match for Gachagua when it comes to speaking in public, when it comes to attacking. Gachagua is a serious attacker. This is a man who can, this is a man who can scatter you into pieces in terms of, like, you can like, you throw one, Gachagua will just, you throw like 10-20 attacks, but the Gachagua will just say one word or two words or one statement, and na kila kitu dismantle kila kitu ulikuwa umesema. So I feel like they are feeling like this guy, since the president can't match up to him in terms of public engagement, they feel like they need to at least control him in a certain way. At least he doesn't come out that much, because remember, when you are the president, there's a lot of things zenye zinakutai. You don't want to be seen to be going back and forth with your former deputy president, someone who is now like an ordinary mwananchi. So you also have to restrain yourself, because your image, the image that you carry as a president, is more important and is held higher than any other image of a person. And that's why you see even in 2022, the deputy president William Ruto will come out and attack Uhuru and call him all sorts of things and everything. He will say how much this man, he does nothing, kazi yake ni kulewa nini anafanya. You never saw the president respond. The president ulikuwa anasema tu nyinyi watu mnaongea tu, kwa mimi naendelea kufanya kazi. Not because the president could not come out and attack his deputy, but it's because of the office that he holds. When you hold your office, sometimes there is a lot of things that you need to control yourself. So the president team has realized that Gachagua is a man who is on the loose. He's a dog who is on the loose. He's ready to bite anything and anyone at any time. So it is up to them, for them now to not go into that mad fight with Gachagua. So, but at the same time, they still want to, they are still not happy with the way Gachagua is attacking the government and attacking the president and everything. So they want to control him. They want to find a way. Is there a way we can control this situation? Is there a way we can keep this guy at least under our control? And that's why you see they always use things like court cases and nini. But if they find none of that, then they resort to the next possible option is trying to disrupt his either his rallies or gathering or where he's going. So that when you disrupt, everything stops and people goes home. And now he will not have a chance to speak. And even if he will speak, he'll only be speaking on the issues, on the disruption. He'll not focus, he'll not speak on what brought him there. Because the reason why they stop him from doing those public engagement, they stop him from speaking in public. When you speak and people are there and listening and people you have a crowd there, There's that cheering. You will say something and people will cheer you. People will say, hey, yeah, continue, nina, nini. And then you'll also be getting response from the reaction from the people. And these things are zinakuwa recorded and they're being aired. And that is what the president and the team don't want to see. So when they disrupt and some of these things, they happen. And it has not only happened in this government. These things have been there. Even in the days of Kibaki, there were people rallies who have been disrupted. Even the days of Moi. That is just politics. You make sure that your opponent doesn't speak much. You disrupt his rally so that when he goes back and he calls a press, because the next thing he'll do, he'll call a press and he'll speak about the intimidation and the need and need. He will not speak about the things he wanted to speak. And then later, when he goes to another public forum, when he's looking for, at least atasema, this is what I'm going to speak. Tena they disrupt. And now inakuwa tu hivyo, inakuwa hivyo. So, as much as this is politics, but we also need to safeguard the freedom of expression. We also need to safeguard the freedom of assembly and everything. We have the right to assemble as citizens and everything. So we need to protect that. And I'm really happy by those people who pushed away those goons. And young people, stop being used by politicians. I keep saying these things on all the platforms. Mbona mnatumikanga wa ujinga? We keep on insisting this thing, but we still have young people. Bado unalipo pesa kidogo unaenda kudisrupt. Why? You are a young person. Why? Ni nini hiyo inakufanya? You take some little money, you go disrupt shughuli ya mtu. Why? What level of desperation is that? Hata kama una pesa ya kukula leo, kwani utakufa? Please, young people, stop being used by politicians. Mnatumika vibaya. That's what I keep on saying. Stop being used na politicians vibaya. And me, anytime I see young people being used, these are not young people. These are people who are in their 30s. Most people who do these things are people who are between their 30s and 40s. It's very hard to find young people between the age of 20 to 29 going to these people to disrupt some of these things. Those young people are so busy trying to discover themselves and doing other things. Hawananga hiyo time. But these young people, they are not even young. These guys from between 30 to 40, these are the people that are always being used. Ni shida yenu kuanga ni nini? Why are you being used so badly by politicians and you don't feel? And you feel like nini? So you go into those places, you get used badly, sometimes you get chaotic, and then unauliwa, ama unapigwa, unavunjwa, unangolewa macho, ama unapigwa miguu. How will you live with that? How will you live with that? And this cuts across all politicians. ODM, UDA, all these other things. Why are you being paid little money to be used by politicians? Why can't you be usikue happy with the little that you earn, with the little that you get? Be contented with it. And work towards improving what you have and growing what you have. Hii tamaa, hata kama ni desperation, inatoka wapi? Stop being used by politicians. This is the thing that I always keep on preaching. Young people, stop being used by politicians. Wacha kutumika, wacha kupatiwa 200 uende upige watu, uende ufanye nini? That 200 and then mtakuvunje mguu, ama upigwe risasi, ama ufanywe nini? What is the point? If Gachagua has a beef with someone, wewe inakuhusu nini? Where do you get involved in that beef? Why do you want to carry someone's problem? Unataka kujiekea. And the person who has sent you is seated somewhere just relaxing. If something happens wrong to you, he will even deny that he sent some people there when he's asked. So young people, mwache kutumika. This message needs to go outside there. We need to start having clean politics. We need to start creating platform whereby we can have people. Let's have politicians. Let's show these politicians that we don't want this kind of politics anymore. Anyway, guys, thank you for everyone who has watched this video until the end. If you want to share your opinion, please share it in the comment section. And as I always insist, try as much as possible to remain respectful. Do not attack anyone. Do not come out calling anyone any names. Remain respectful. Share your thoughts very soberly. And ukue objective at it. So we are creating a safe space whereby everyone can come out and express themselves how they feel about what is happening in the country. If you disagree with me, it's okay to disagree with me, because this is just, everyone is just giving their own opinion. So no one's opinion is superior to the other. And I said, if you want to support this platform grow, please, the number is always there. support this platform grow. We want to create a safe space whereby people can come and discuss politics, and as I said, I want to expand this place so that tisikuwe ni mimi peke yangu mnasikiza. At least you have quite a number of people you are listening to. Thank you, until next time, bye. The African Update.